Many modern men have lost control of their dating lives. And it's unlike me to say this, but it's not entirely their fault. You see, dating isn't just different from how it used to be. It's actually rewiring your brain. I believe a gentleman should take the lead in dating, not be led around by dating apps and dopamine. So if you are struggling with modern dating, it's possible that your brain chemistry has simply been hijacked. But I promise to you that by the end of this video, you will understand what's happening and you'll know how to take back control. Hello, my name is James, and I am on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. So let's get into the science here of modern dating and what's really going on inside our brains. One of the biggest problems with dating apps is that they train men to seek validation rather than seek real connection. Every match, every like, every text that you receive spikes your dopamine levels. It's just like a slot machine. But think about it. James Bond wouldn't check Tinder 50 times a day. So neither should you. So why is this leading to a decline in real relationships and commitments? Short-term flings suppress the bonding hormone, oxytocin, that men and women need to develop real connection. And some men who chronically engage in casual dating begin to find it much harder to emotionally invest in just one woman. But you shouldn't be controlled by these fleeting passions of hookups and flings. Instead, you need to control your emotions and direct this energy in a productive way. And if you've ever spent much time on the modern dating market, you'll be familiar with women who will ghost you, who will flake on you, and who will play emotional games. And all of these things are increasing our anxiety and increasing our stress. Our cortisol levels are going up as a result of our dating lives. And I think that both men and women could relate to this. But it's especially problematic for the masculine frame, because the masculine frame thrives on stability, not this maelstrom of emotional chaos. And as a result, all of this is making men weak. Dating apps to love are what fast food is to diet and nutrition, because a dating app is designed for volume rather than quality. And although having more options might seem like a good thing, having too many options can lead to less commitment, less satisfaction, and much less reliability. Now think about this. A man who values his body doesn't consume junk food, or at least not very often. So if you value your mind, should you participate in what I would call junk dating? Now here's where things really get problematic. The dopamine addiction caused by dating apps makes men thirsty for validation. And as a man, you should view yourself as the prize. You don't need your worth to be validated by a woman on an app whom you've never even met. And this comes back to haunt us, because the more a man chases after a woman, the less he begins to respect himself. And a true gentleman ought never to beg for attention. He should instead command it effortlessly. And this has all led to a rise in what I would call commitment phobia. For both men and women, we are always being trained to look out for the next best option. A strong man ought to realize this, and therefore only seek out high-value women. So how can we rewire our brain, get out of this trap, and date like a gentleman? For many men, their mental health would benefit if they simply cut out the dating apps, or use them with discipline. Right now, I'm not using any dating apps, but if I were to, I would impose some limits. A time limit, a swipe limit, etc. But you've also got to date with purpose rather than making it a mindless habit. Right now, seeking out new dates, going on first dates with new people, it's really not a priority for me. My priority is with this channel and expanding my business. But when I come to a certain stage in life when I am looking for a relationship, I will date very intentionally. And if you are at that stage right now, it's time to prioritize real-life interaction. In-person dating and deep conversations face-to-face is so much better than swiping and texting. And when you date in person, it's so much easier to take the lead as a man rather than play guessing games back and forth between a phone screen. And some apps are even set up in a way that make it impossible for a man to take the lead. For example, on Bumble, it is required that the woman messages you first. So I believe you should pursue women selectively, and when you choose to invest, invest wisely. I'm a genuine believer that a man who values his time and values himself will attract the best women. And when engaged in romantic situations, you have to embrace that masculine frame. Classics like Bond, Humphrey Bogart, and Cary Grant showed us how a real man operates. Unapologetic, focused, and in control. In many ways, modern dating is a great test of discipline. The weak man falls into the dopamine trap. The strong man stays in control, dates with purpose, and commands respect. Gentlemen, I would love to hear from you in the comments. What is the biggest challenge you face in today's dating world? And have you noticed that modern dating is changing the way that you think and act? I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Good luck out there, gentlemen, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.